Hello everyone. The animal world is very diverse, and even if you read a whole bunch of encyclopedias and watch every National Geographic documentary, you can still find some animal which you didn't even know existed. But there are creatures in the world that not only surprise people, but also make them worry. Sometimes these animals can scare those particularly sensitive because they look like they are the children of some evil parents. So in today's video, we're going to show you 10 animals created by the devil himself. Let's get it on. Merle Pitbull. Pitbull lovers are already writing angry comments saying that pit bulls aren't scary, that they're like children who listen to their owners, and in general they're really cute puppies. But the thing is that the colour Merle is forbidden among professional dog breeders. And not only because they don't like spotty dogs, it's just that pit bulls of this colour are more prone to neurological and, most importantly, mental problems. You get the point, right? A strong fighting dog with sharp teeth, a powerful jaw, an increased level of excitement, and psychological problems. Yes, this is almost a plot for a horror film, but if characters of horror movies as a rule are the product of some writer's fantasy, then these dogs can easily be found on the streets of any large city. Of course, we know that some pit bulls have iron will and will never attack a person, but still. Naked mole rat. What happens if you take a sausage, give it paws, a tail, and hamster's teeth? You'll get a naked mole rat, and also known as a sand puppy. Yes, this creature looks, frankly, not very beautiful, even disgusting if we're being honest. Ew, this is not a sphinx cat, this is a sausage with paws and whiskers. But in fact, its look is nothing compared with the superpowers that nature has given to this creature. Yes, that's right, this bizarre beast is a true superhero of the animal world. To begin with, the naked mole rats don't drink, like at all, because they receive water from the roots of the plants that they eat. In addition, these animals live more than 30 years, which is a lot, considering they're rodents. Add immunity to cancer, acute hearing without auricles, and at the same time insensitivity to pain. With this list of abilities, it's time to check this little animal for adamantium. But that's not all. Scientists found out that naked mole rats can live without oxygen for up to 20 minutes. It remains a mystery why they haven't been invited to the X-Men team yet. Well, or at least the Avengers. Mata Mata turtle. When scientists first discovered this turtle, they seriously thought this species was the result of a mutation due to radiation. Logical mistake, because not every day you discover a turtle with a huge neck, an odd head, and a trunk. Okay, a tiny little trunk. However, they didn't find traces of radiation, which means that the creature is just one of nature's whims. But let's take a closer look at the turtle. It is a predator, and fortunately it eats only fish, which probably die just by looking at this monster. But this turtle doesn't attack people, fortunately. Well, not yet. Well, honestly, we wouldn't want to see this creature. Its nose is long, like a tube on the sides of its head, and there are peculiar leathery sideburns, and the lower part of the head and neck are decorated with leathery rag-like spurs. All these features provide the mutant turtle with excellent camouflage during hunting, and at the same time frighten exclamations from tourists. In addition, the Mata Mata cannot draw its neck back into its carapace, as other turtles do, but it can turn it to the side, hiding it under the shell. And no wonder, just imagine the size of the shell for this neck. Ai. Some people think that this creature's really cute, while others believe it's terribly creepy. But it seems to us that it's just very unusual. If you have a well-developed imagination, then you'll be able to think that this is a strange decorative dog, or Dobby the house elf. Just look at those ears. In fact, the Ai is a special lemur, a very, very modest lemur, who sits all day in his dwelling, hiding if he sees anything that seems dangerous. By the way, the indigenous population of Madagascar, the Malagasy, are scared of the Ais for some reason. The fear is so strong that the real name of this animal in the Malagasy language is still unknown to science because they're afraid to say it out loud. Like he who must not be named, only not bald and with a nose. Because of this very strong fear, the animal's not mentioned at all in the folklore of the Malagasy. We hope the lemurs don't feel bad because of that fact. Frill-necked lizard. Australia is an amazing place and the home of the most bizarre animals in the world, including the frilled-necked lizard. These creatures spend most of the time on trees, but once they go down to the ground, the show begins. Unlike other animals, the frilled-necked lizards prefer to run on their two rear legs, using the tail in order to not fall. Yes, the moment the lizard feels danger, for example, the presence of some overly attentive animal lover, it starts running away, spreading its hood. And no, this thing on the neck is not used as a sail, but to intimidate the enemy. The lizard is saying, "I'm big, be scared of me." Shh. We know it looks very funny, but just imagine that this creature's running straight at you, spreading its hood, and you have no idea what's going on. Asian sheep's head wrasse. Nobody knows what was the god of the seas and oceans thinking when he was working on the different appearances of sea animals, but we're sure that the Asian sheep's head wrasse certainly was not one of their favorites. This dweller of the ocean inhabiting the South China Sea and the rocky reefs around the Japanese islands seems so ugly to the divers that they called it Shrek, like the green cartoon character. In fact, the fish and Shrek don't have much in common, and the Asian sheep's head wrasse is not born like this, but becomes like it with age. The younglings are much prettier. They have a bright yellow-orange body devoid of any unnatural outgrowths. And here's another interesting fact. It may seem incredible, but during their life, these fish change several times from female to male and back. Buru babirusa. Unfortunately, this animal also is not very pretty. Meet the inhabitant of the island of Sulawesi, the Buru babirusa. Locals sometimes call this beast pig deer for obvious reasons. In fact, this creature is a pig. However, unlike other species of its kind, the babirusa has horns, but they can rather be called big canines that grow with age. Just look how they bend, almost 180 degrees. And in older individuals, they grow into the scalp, which, by the way, doesn't look very attractive. By the way, the babirusa is a night animal. It usually sleeps during the day and goes out in search of food in the dark. Perhaps this is due to the fact that the pig deer is shy of its appearance and hides from everyone under the cover of night. The California condor. Consider yourself lucky if you see a huge black condor in the Californian sky, because today it's a very rare species of bird. The fact is that once hunting them was very prestigious. Of course, the body length of these birds is more than 4 feet. They weigh 33 pounds and their wingspan's about 10 feet. Yes, these condors don't exactly look cool with this kind of dirty sock on their head. However, this is not at all an excuse to get rid of these birds. As people say, no one is perfect and everyone has defects. For example, the Californian condor feeds exclusively on the corpses of animals, but otherwise this bird is no different from its counterparts. It's also worth noting that these scavengers are able to develop a speed of up to 55 miles per hour in the air, and they're one of the longest living birds in the world. Just imagine, this condor can actually celebrate its 60th birthday, and it will surely be happy to receive some old meat. Indeed, what else needs this ugly bird for happiness? Angler. Many of you already know this deep-sea inhabitant, who looks like a creature from a sci-fi movie, or some kind of horror movie. It is safe to say that this fish doesn't really like to make new acquaintances, because it lives at the very bottom of the ocean, and it's not surprising. Hardly anyone will want to make friends with this monster. You, of course, can argue and say that we're not supposed to judge anyone by his or her appearance, and you would be right, but there is always a but. The angler is not going to make friends with anyone. It would rather mock its sea neighbors a little and have a good snack. This deep-sea fish lures its victim with an elongated spinal vertebra with a luminous end, and then eats its victims for dinner. By the way, this applies not only to the small inhabitants of the ocean. The mouth of the angler is really big, and its body is so flexible that it can swallow a prey that's several times larger than it is. So this fish is something like an underwater sock. A glowing underwater sock with teeth. Ugh. Cane corso. This breed is considered a descendant of the ancient Roman fighting dogs used in war. Well, see it for yourself. Their appearance and piercing look really make you worry. You just want to move aside a little, like this. Or further, or just leave the room, and the apartment, even if it's yours. And all because this creature is really quite frightening. The dog is very big. Its short fur doesn't hide the powerful muscles. The big head hints at the presence of sharp teeth, and the very gloomy and severe expression of the muzzle promises big trouble for anyone who dares to approach. In short, Cane Corsos inspire fear and horror in others, but for people who know this breed, it's pretty insulting to hear this about their peace-loving pets. In fact, these dogs are very loyal to their owners, and moreover, love to give small children a ride on their backs. Of course, this is not a complete list of all amazing, eerie creatures in the world. If you want to add some incredible monster to our list, then tell us about it in the comments. And of course, don't forget to like the video. Amazing gadgets, upcoming technologies, incredible inventions, and other cool stuff related to high tech on TechZone. Subscribe, you won't regret it. The link is on the screen and in the description.
Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks, and we'll be right back to you as fast as we can.